Anthems.
Radio 1 Anthems. All day long.
Radio 1
Anthems.
Radio 1 Anthems will launch right here
on BBC Sounds.
It all begins this morning from 9.
If we don't get a part in this trail, I'm going to be devoed.
What makes an anthem an anthem?
A throwback tune that you love that you've forgotten about.
All the energy.
When you can't help but dance.
Just a really catchy chorus that you cannot get out your head.
A song that takes you back to a very happy place.
A song that always makes you feel good no matter what.
It's a song that when it plays, you pull that face and you go, tune!
Radio 1 Anthems.
They're coming. The songs that Radio 1 played first.
Non-stop.
Non-stop, back to back.
Back to back.
24/7. All day. All day.
That means all day, all week.
Calvin Harris.
Arctic Monkeys.
Coldplay.
Lady Gaga. Ed Sheeran. Daft Punk.
Jay-Z.
Adele.
The Prodigy.
Pharrell.
Taylor Swift.
Nelly Furtado.
One Direction.
J-Lo.
Nothing but the best tracks.
From the noughties to now.
So many huge anthems.
You know what makes an anthem? A fat bass line.
The best times listening to the best music with your mates.
Hands in the air, singing along in unison with your pals.
What makes an anthem is...
A track that gets the people going.
Love a big fat drop. It's got to be the drop, right? It's the drop. Today, we set the biggest tunes on the planet free.
Let's go!
I love One Direction, What Makes You Beautiful.
We're full styling.
Blank Space. Taylor Swift.
Love it.
You cannot go wrong with Britney Spears.
Bit of Britney.
Britney Toxic.
You can't forget Girls Aloud, Sound of the Underground.
Outcast. Hey, yo. That's all you get.
Every time I say that was Kylie Minogue on Radio 1 Anthems, a bit of my gay heart bursts inside.
Armin van Buuren, This Is What It Feels Like. Reminds me of the first time I went to Ibiza with Danny Howard and he showed me around the island like a tour guide.
Simply amazing.
Coldplay, Viva La Vida. Arctic Monkeys, Fluorescent Adolescent.
My favourite Radio 1 anthem. Oh, this is so hard.
The Kooks, Naive.
What tune?
I love Veronica's Untouched. It's as soon as it's just vibes. It's got to be between Katy Perry and Kelly Clarkson. I'm going to go Kelly Clarkson, Since You've Been Gone.
Arctic Monkeys, I bet you look good on the dance floor. As soon as I hear that guitar riff, I want to rip my shirt off.
What about this one? It's hard to look right. And your baby. Carly Rae Jepsen, Call Me Maybe.
All fired up by the Saturdays, obviously.
Miley Cyrus, Party in the USA.
It's a tune that makes you want to run to the dance floor.
So one of my favourite anthems has to be Afterglow, Becky Hill and Wilkinson. Let's be honest, we all know the lyrics, right? What about Teo Cruz, Dynamite?
Oh, no.
It's so good.
Give it to me. Some of the huge anthems that I love, if I go way back, Avril Lavigne, Skater Boy. I'm just a skater boy. I said see you later, boy. Whoa!
Pure perfection.
This is what it feels like.
Whatever you need.
From workout to party, from chill out to pop, we've got you. We've got you.
We got you.
Radio 1 Anthems.
Radio 1 Anthems.
All day long.
Radio 1
Anthems.
Radio 1 Anthems will launch right here.
on BBC Sounds.
It all begins this morning from 9.
If we don't get a part in this trail, I'm going to be devoed. Throwback tune that you love that you've forgotten about.
All the energy.
When you can't help but dance.
Just a really catchy chorus that you cannot get out your head.
It's a tune that makes you want to run to the dance floor.
A song that always makes you feel good no matter what.
It's a song that when it plays, you pull that face and you go, tune!
Radio 1 Anthems.
The songs you love.
All day long.
Non-stop.
Non-stop.
24/7.
Back to back.
Front to front, front to back.
That means all day, all week.
Calvin Harris.
Arctic Monkeys.
Rihanna.
Lady Gaga. Ed Sheeran. Daft Punk.
Jay-Z.
Adele.
The Prodigy.
Little Mix.
Taylor Swift.
Nelly Furtado.
One Direction.
J-Lo.
Nothing but the best tracks.
From the noughties to now.
So many huge anthems.
You know what makes an anthem? A fat bass line.
What makes an anthem is
A track that gets the people going.
Love a big fat drop.
it's got to be the drop, right? It's the drop.
Now,
We set the biggest tunes on the planet free.
this is Radio 1.
Anthems. Good morning. Good morning and welcome to Radio 1 Anthems, a brand new stream on the BBC Sounds app. Ask your smart speaker to play Radio 1 Anthems and you'll get it whenever you want it.
I mean, there's no time to do this now, but that opener, there's a lot to dissect at some point.
Matt Edmondson, a man who has literally never run to any dance floor ever.
Melvin O'Doom talking about big fat bass lines.
Big fat drops.
So welcome. We're going to start it with the 10-minute takeover.
Oh, come on.
You have to.
Yeah.
Always trust the listeners. Always.
I've always wanted to be here for the actual 10-minute takeover, just to see the messages flying in.
Well, this is it.
Yeah, how do you pick them?
Oh, well, welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome inside Hogwarts.
Yeah, no, where's it, Harry?
Let me show you. So 03700 100 100. What are we starting Radio 1 Anthems with?
So is it like a random selection, or do you go for the first person? How's it working?
You go for the one at the top of the list. At
Okay.
the point of freezing, whatever it is, we'll play it, and that will be the first song on Anthems. The listeners picked the first song on this breakfast show
Yeah.
years ago, and that did well. That went well because it was
The 10-minute takeover.
Levels by Avicii.
Oh,
Great,
wow.
Nice.
great energy to start
Yes.
with. So we need good energy. So let me freeze it. It's so busy today. It's making the text screen go mad. Let me freeze it and it's stop it there. What is at the top of that list?
Come on, make it a banger, make it a banger.
It is a banger.
Go on, go on, go on.
It's a really good one, actually. It's Example.
Yes. Love Example.
Watch the sun come up.
Yes.
Gosh, yes.
Who sent that in?
James in Watford.
Go on, James.
Good energy.
James in Watford, thank you for your service. See, look, you can always rely on the listeners.
Cool.
Example will be the first choice on the 10-minute takeover and the first choice, therefore, on the new stream on BBC Sounds of Radio 1 Anthems.
Question.
Yes.
Ever had someone send in a song that isn't in the system?
Yeah.
And then what happens? You just go to the next one, or you cancel it all? Imagine.
We try our very best. Sometimes we have to break into the Radio 2 store.
Oh, no.
Sometimes we have to break into the 6 Music store.
Brilliant.
And if we can't find it, then we just pretend it never happened.
But we know we've got this one.
I know we've got this one. It is here. It is on. Let's go.
This is the 10-minute takeover.
How can I explain it? Scratching my brain. How